Um, Today's MI tip is about planning, the fourth task of motivational interviewing. The question that captures the essence of this task is, how will you get there? Before we explore that, let's take a little trip down memory lane to review the first three of the four tasks of MI. Our first task is engaging. Can we walk together? Without this, it's pretty difficult to move forward effectively with any of the other tasks. Engaging involves that first impression and then the connection that you start to build with your member. And maintaining that connection through engaging is crucial. If the tasks of MI made up a human body, engaging would be the face. It's having and maintaining eye contact throughout. Or for those of us who are neurodivergent, it's just staying connected. From there, we move into focusing. Where are we going on this wellness coaching journey together? What topic will we be coaching on? In our coaching role, we can guide by zooming in or out of focus as appropriate. We can ensure that we stay in scope. We can ensure that we stay on track by using our skills to pause and redirect or summarize. This is the brain functioning in our body of MI tasks. Once we have engagement and focus, we can really delve more deeply into evoking, the third task of MI. We've actually been using evocation skills all along, with engaging as the face and focusing as the brain. Evoking is the heart. So obviously, the heart's got to be beating the whole time to bring life to all aspects of the conversation. But the evoking task is where we really get to delve deep into the heart of the matter. And now the spotlight shines brightest on the person you're coaching, the member. The questions shift with the third task from the we pronoun to the you pronoun. So first it was, can we walk together? Where are we going? The question that captures the essence of this task is, why would you go there? To recap, there is a lot of interchange between these four tasks. Engaging must happen first. From there, focusing is important, but sometimes difficult to achieve. For example, when a person isn't sure which topic to choose. So sometimes zooming out to the big picture with evoking makes more sense. And from there, maybe back to focusing. A couple of things I'd like to emphasize. In motivational interviewing, planning is optional. I know I've said this numerous times, but it's worth repeating because it's so revolutionary to the mindset of success. So we typically feel like a successful conversation is one which leads to a next step or a SMART goal. Not so. Rushing people into setting a goal if they aren't truly ready could actually backfire. In a headstrong person, it could generate more resistance. For a people-pleasing type of person, it will result in lip service to you and an insincere goal. Ultimately, it could result in yet another failure, which is going to lower the person you're coaching, their sense of self-efficacy, the opposite of what we want. So please avoid the premature planning trap. And as you can see from this model, you've got to move through evoking in order to get to planning. Remember, MI was developed to explore ambivalence and to potentially support people along their stages of readiness. It's in this third task of evoking that this exploration of what the heart wants is done best. Now, if you happen to have a member who's already highly motivated, in action, and super confident, you probably won't have to spend much time here. In our model of coaching, we encourage you to at least always touch base with importance in session. It never hurts to check in. Finally, if you get to planning, You're still engaging, focusing, and evoking. The real skill is not to take over and remain in partnership through planning. After all, the question is not how will we get there, but how will you get there? So I wanted to share some talking points and potential questions that we can bring in when planning is about to happen. So starting with a question like, from the things we've been talking about, what, if anything, would you like to set a goal around? Checking in. From there, of course, reflecting back. And then asking a question like, what do you need to put into place to turn that into an action or to set yourself up for success? What do you need to put into place to set yourself up for success? A couple of different variations. So you're letting them really think that through, figure out any potential obstacles that could get in the way, what's going to help them get past it. Like they're in the work, doing the work. And it never hurts to just ask, what else? There may be something else. So that's always a good question. And then you can ask something like, tell me what you're going to do. And so instead of us putting together the plan, we want them to say what they're going to do. What we're doing effectively there is generating a type of change talk, the CATS type of change talk, and that's that commitment language. It's commitment, activation, taking steps. That's the strongest type of change talk. And if you can get them to share that, that's powerful. So just simply asking, what are you going to do? Or tell me what you're going to do can be a great part of planning. And once they share that with you, then we always want to check in around confidence. So we can use our confidence ruler. We can ask that question on a scale of 0 to 10. How confident are you feeling with that goal? And you might or you might not take them through the whole process of that ruler. And then we want to affirm them. So we might say something like, you came up with some creative ideas. I'm confident that with your determination or courage or creativity, you will be able to move forward if you choose to. And of course, this needs to be genuine. You need to really believe it. We don't want to give them lip service either. So often what can really help in filling in the blanks are, any values that they shared with you when they were talking about their wellness vision, or, sharing all their important reasons for wanting to make the change, sort of choosing and picking the values from there can also be really powerful. All right, so here is a quick knowledge check. Go ahead and think these through and then post your answers in the chat. I'd love to hear what you all come up with, especially for this fourth question. First question is just, what are the 4 tasks of motivational interviewing? See if you can remember them. Which of the 4 tasks in MI is non-essential? And then this is an interesting one. What are some signs that you may have rushed into premature planning? What might you hear from the person that you're coaching if that's the case? And then if that does happen, what might you do to shift gears if you encounter resistance going into planning? So thanks for tuning in. I'm looking forward to hearing your answers, and we will see you next time.